Hello and welcome to Lewes. This is in Southeast Sussex, and I came down yesterday and I'd already recorded a podcast, and I tried to, well, it's a supplemental, it wasn't a full-blown podcast, but I thought I'd give it a go, because what I wanted to do was record a podcast while I was walking and publish it so that there might be a chance that people might listen to the podcast before I've even completed the hike. I don't think that happened, but it was worth a try. It was fun doing anyway. So yes, I came down here yesterday afternoon. Then I parked up, excuse me, that was a bit of windy pops there. I parked up and I then walked from Southease station down to Newhaven, which is a nice walk. It kind of on a meandering river, which then took me into some town. And then back onto the river again into the marina, which is where I picked up on the podcast, and then from there along the coast, which was fairly quiet. Wasn't like a couple of runners, lots of dog walkers, and then to a part of the South Downs. I could see Brighton, which is really cool. Actually, I could see Brighton on the horizon, but really wasn't going to go there. And then back up over the South Downs into darkness, and then there was actually a wonderful sunset that went along with that actually as I was walking along. So went from sort of glorious sunshine to it sort of disappearing behind the clouds, and then it dipping completely to the that sort of sweet spot of light, and then as I was walking over the South Downs, the sun disappeared behind my back, and then I was just in complete darkness. And I was in this little village which I'm sure looks wonderful in the light. It looked really creepy in the dark, which I like, obviously. It sort of had very Norman vibes about it, the designs of the church and stuff. So, but then I was just walking along country lanes in the dark, and then pitch black by the time I got back to Southease. And then when I got here, I was given this wonderful little hut, which I suspect could have been a sauna, maybe was a sauna. Because it had that sort of sauna smell, and I was worried it was going to be cold last night, and it wasn't. It was absolutely roasting. I had to turn the heating down. I did bring my sleeping bag, didn't use it. I doubled up on the duvets. There is a train station really close by. I don't know, I had my headphones in, so I couldn't really hear it until sort of 6 this morning, which was not a problem. But I have to say it was fairly comfortable. I wasn't expecting it to be as comfortable as it is. I'm not sure that I would want to come here again. I think it's one of those things that you do once. And it's an old converted farm. And I'm very set back, quite far away from the main building. It's not a huge walk at all. But and I'm staring at the main building now. It's not that far. It's 50 yards, if that. But I was very much aware of the fact that I was on my own last night, alone on my own, which I kind of liked, And I think with doing adventures and stuff, it's kind of important to have that level of isolation. So, because what's the worst that could happen? A badger taps on your door, or if you're extremely unlucky, you get a psycho, but that's not that's extremely rare. So yeah, that didn't happen. And I have been watching an awful lot of horror films lately, so I was kind of thinking, I wonder if that would happen. But anyway, so aware of the isolation, when I got into the sort of main cooking area, it was dead. There was no one else, and I was told that the building was pretty much empty. And I came across some other woman who was making a salmon sandwich, which absolutely reeked in the kitchen while I was cooking my dinner. Which is what you want, really, a smell of fish. And then so I came back to the hut, edited a video, recorded a podcast, and then watched some TV, and then thought I'd go back and brush my teeth and get ready to get into bed to watch more TV. And then the place was heaving in the common area. So it was very surreal, because it went from being dead to suddenly all this big noise going off. So that was quite weird. So yeah, and now I've got up drinking my morning coffee, which incidentally is decaf. Didn't think that one through, actually. Could have done with a bit of calf. But still, it's coffee all the same, and I do like the taste of coffee. So I thought I'd just mark this with this episode, and gonna get ready. Although having said that, I've got a while yet before I leave, because I want to miss all the work traffic going into London. And the only place I've got to be today, well, there's two places, but the first place I've got to be today is the scrap project for midday. So I'm going to head there. That's only an hour and a half away from here, so it's not even like a huge journey. And then pick Lucas up from school. And I get to meet his dog Milo today as well, which is going to be cool. So I'm really looking forward to that. So that's it. That's episode 3. Thank you for listening.